It is time for our Bulldog Conversation. Brad Radice back with you, and I'm joined by Lee Farquhar, an associate professor here at Samford's Journalism and Mass Communication School. Lee, thank you so much for joining us.
Glad to be here. Thanks, Brad.
Well, let's talk about an exciting endeavor you guys are on. I had a little part in it when it started a couple years ago, but it's the sports broadcast minor. You guys have made leaps and bounds. This year doing a new show, an exciting one.
Yeah, the Bulldog Blitz. So it's a weekly show, weekly webcast, actually. The excitement for the sports media minor in general has been really good. About 18 or 20 kids in each class along the way. And this is the first semester that I've been able to teach the sports broadcasting course. And we get a mix of some sports administration people, some people just outside of the program entirely, and a lot of JMC kids, of course. And it's been a really good group that are sort of taking ownership of it and putting out some quality work.
And the great thing about it is it's 100% Samford focused, so a lot of sports that might not get all the attention that they deserve are getting it now with this show. Is that right?
Yeah, so like most universities, football and basketball kind of drive the biggest portion of it, but we do have a handful of segments, so sort of feature pieces on other athletes or spotlights on other sports or other teams. And this fall at Samford, we've been doing, as you know, really well in a lot of athletics and a lot of individual athletes and a lot of team sports that have been doing really well. So it's been kind of cool that that's coincided with the start of the Blitz.
And also, in addition to your class, we have a lot of those students that do some work in athletics as part of a student job or just for extra money. So I imagine you're getting a good sample of students that have a little knowledge of how the Samford Athletics Department works.
Yeah, and that's really been a good relationship with journalism and athletics, but also in other departments as well, of them providing some hands-on professional experience, and then they take that back to the classroom, and then they're the leaders in the classroom. So it really works out great for both directions, I think. We provide them with a steady flow of students who are obviously interested in sports and in broadcasting or journalism, and then they give them the extra experience, and then they're that much stronger in the classroom.
And Lee, in addition to the Bulldog Blitz, I know you're the executive producer, the guy who makes it go, the SNN news show. Tell me a little bit about that and how our students are involved with covering news here on Samford's campus.
Yeah, so the Samford News Network is I think it's the 8th year with this now, that I've been running SNN. And again, we have quite a bit of interest. It's part of the curriculum in the journalism program, but also we get anywhere from 5 to maybe 15 students outside of the actual class that just want to be a part of it, broadcasting, production side. It's been a really good experience. Again, just like the Blitz, covering very specifically Samford events, Samford people, really getting to know the community and giving the news that we think anyway that the community wants to see.
And you guys do such a great job of taking a student from high school, you get them into the program, and you teach them all the basics, the writing, the shooting, the producing. You do a good job of just showcasing what it takes to be a professional broadcaster.
Yeah, so it's set up really a couple ways to benefit them in that. So the curriculum itself in the program is set up really well. So we teach sort of fundamentals of writing and storytelling, and then we start adding in some of the skill sets with software or cameras and other technology. But also on the production side, if a freshman walks on day one and wants to be a part of SNN or wants to get involved with athletics and the productions they do, they certainly can. And it's usually at sort of entry-level jobs, which is appropriate, and then they start building that skill set, and then each year or even each semester they kind of advance up the ladder.
And SNN has evolved. When I was a participant in it, we taped it. Now you guys are doing it live, which is incredible.
Yeah, so there's really nothing, as you know, really nothing like the experience of having sort of the pressure of being live from an anchor standpoint, or we do live reports out on Ben Brown or the Quad or wherever something happens to be going on any given broadcast. Yeah, it's been really cool to sort of expand the audience with a stream rather than just be limiting ourselves to either a pre-recorded production that gets played over the local cable channel here on campus. But moving online, I think, is really expanding our reach on where we can go with it.
Yeah. Lee, we have a lot of talented students, and I know you're doing an awesome job with them. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All righty, folks, more action comes your way right after this.